I laid my hands on a woman, Bryce. You did lay your hands on a woman. You did lay your hands on a woman.
As it turns out, the battle between TikTokers and YouTubers did not end with Austin McBroom's boxing event. Recently, TikTok star Bryce Hall and YouTuber Fouseytube got into an altercation that was so bad, both parties were kicked out of the reality house show on episode 4. The fight, which happened on the 3rd season of the show, is now going viral across social media, and the show is a YouTube-based web series that's hosted by Keon Lowley and JC Caitlin. After Fousey and Bryce had a physical altercation, they were removed from the house for safety reasons. Although to find out how it escalated to this point, we have to go back a little bit. As you see, this show puts together a large group of influencers, typically about 12 or 13 people in a single house together. Then they compete against one another in different challenges for big cash prizes. In fact, in season 2, for example, they gave away $50,000. Now, like most reality shows, there are also cameras set up all around the house. In a recap of episode 3 of Reality House, Fouseytube is allegedly intoxicated while having a conversation with a female cast member of the show, when suddenly he pushes her away from him with the palm of his hand. Now, this is what sets off the fight with Bryce. A video from the cast bedroom shows Bryce confronting Yusuf about laying his hands on a woman. In the video, you can hear him say back to Bryce, "You can't say I laid hands on a woman, Bryce, I don't do that." Bryce then quickly says that he did lay his hands on a woman and says that it's on video. From there, the pair begin to argue louder and louder until finally Yusuf goes too far and makes first contact. He actually reenacts the incident that he says that he didn't do by pushing on Bryce's head. Bryce then is understandably upset and makes contact by pushing Yusuf away from him. Yusuf then comes back at Bryce, which is where we see Hall throwing a punch that knocks Fouseytube to the floor. And I mean, he really dropped hard. And once the group left the room, Yusuf climbed into one of the beds and the producer popped in to make sure that he was okay. After being assessed by medics, the producers ended up deciding to just move him to another house. At that point though, the show then displays this announcement that says, "To ensure the safety of the other contestants, Yusuf and Bryce were asked to leave the house." They also noted that since this show was filmed, Yusuf had started his sobriety journey and is now over 12 weeks sober. In a recent progress post, Fouseytube said, "Sundays used to be the day where I would allow myself to eat whatever I want and not feel guilty. This Sunday, I am running my first 10K for charity in Santa Monica in preparation for my first half marathon. P.S. I know all I post now is progress pics, and it's because, quite honestly, it's the only thing that matters to me right now. Not my physical image, but my sobriety and the work I am doing on myself to become the best version of myself. I'd rather showcase that 100 times over and feel fulfilled than something I used to post to gain validation from others to fill missing pieces within myself." And since this incident aired on social media, Bryce Hall has done a reaction video to it as well and apologized to Fousey for what happened.
Fousey, I do completely apologize for doing that, and I am happy that you are sober now. Let's give a round of applause to Fousey for being sober.
He then goes on to say that he knows Yusuf and believes that he's a good guy, but that alcohol just makes people stupid. He also said in his reaction video that despite people claiming that the fight was fake, it wasn't. There's no way that Fousey would willingly tarnish his own reputation like that. And yes, even though reality shows can be pushed in certain directions, moments like this are often actually real interactions. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this though, because that's all the time we have for today. So stay classy and I'll see you on the next one.